chicken. I know bones when I see it. And that's chicken bone. That's my dinner from last night. A roast Oh wow, I'm right. I'm such a fat ass. Holy shit. A roast chicken. And it really was tasty. Let me guess. Lemon garlic. That's tasty right there, seasoning. Yeah, it's a very delicious, wasn't it? The lemon and garlic. But did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Sato-san. I ate the table. I ate at the table, of course. I can just imagine she's like, I knew it. You are a pet. You classify it as a pet, not a weapon. But then again, you killed Kazuma, so you could be a weapon, which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? Nah, no, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all more for me. Oh no! Does that mean poor Kazuma spent his last night on this earth, with an empty belly? That's actually sad to say. Holy shit! If I want to die, I want to die full. I want to die full of food. It's like, oh, I get to die. I'm dying, but at least I'm not dying on an empty stomach. Let this last meal be my enjoyable. Like, good thing. Well, that's what I prefer. But like the fluffy joke, I'd rather die full rather than sore. It's just too horrible. Now I'm suddenly have a guilty conscience and an empty stomach. Just from you from eating too much? Holy shit! What's this? Why is it like over here? Over here? There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are also over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night, when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait. A minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Really? She's like, how convenient! So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama? No. How convenient that you don't remember. Anyways, there's a lot of things to investigate. Holy shit, I never forgot how big this game is with the dialogue. Holy shit. Sege. Seji. Sege? Sege. Segi. I don't know. The Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true. Just like Kazuma-san. Oh, he's like, damn it. He ain't. This confirms they're bros and not lovers. Oh well. I guess we had our fantasies or whatever, our ship, but our ship has sailed. It will never be Croatian because he just confirmed the bro strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. So he was straight. Damn it! Oh well. Yes, the calligraphy always has a reflection of his heart. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! He was straight at heart. Oh well. Actually, I'm just kidding. I just like the joke because if you haven't, for those who haven't know or don't know about the fan base and everything, they really do ship the guys towards each other a lot. Whether it be in this game or in the other games, they really do. And I kind of find that funny, honestly. I do go like along with the joke. But anyways, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing you drew them, who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? You really are a cold-hearted fiend, even though you stole away on this ship. I feel the guilt now. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. She's like, I can't win with her. Well, you can't. Sasato's OP. We gotta nerf her. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. He was always saying a Japanese man's sword katana is his soul. That's why I doubt he's dead, because he would have fought back. At least there should be blood on that sword. If it was Yuinosuke that attacked him, I said that in quotes, by the way. If he really did attack him, Kazuma would have been able to handle him. I'm just saying, Yuinosuke ain't that buff or agile, or I don't think he's that athletic. I think Kazuma was the buff guy, honestly, with the friendship they had. Whatever. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. He's like, please, let me bring my sword. It is my soul. It is my sign of symbol of a man I am. Please let me bring my sword. He's like, he really wanted that. I suppose that shows how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let this spirit go just yet. Oh well. And we're both sad about it. Oh well. Anyways, let's get to the important stuff. The body. Did Kazuma write this before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. But that's not Japanese. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments. Was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's in Japanese or English. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto-san. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. That's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? It's Russian. It's Russian. That's why people thought to go, because he did say, if memories correctly from the cutscene, Herlock did say it was in a different language, like Russian, and this was in Japanese. So, did he really? I don't think Kazuma is smart. Kazuma is smart, but he ain't that smart. I don't think he knows another language. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. Oh, the memories. Oh, poor Kazuma. Sorry. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even have to make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is complete. Which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. She does that again. That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have been part of this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. Wait, how does she look? Is she like sighing or is she mad at us? I need to turn my head. Oh, she's mad. Okay, never mind. Shit. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't it the need for clues more important? Later on, we will get to know what's inside this letter, but until then, we just have her be like, no! Hi-ya! Like that instead. It's some 2 weeks since we set all from Japan. Have you really been lying in the wardrobe the entire time, Naruto-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was I never knew when members of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in that wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. She's like, Kazuma, I miss him already. He's such a good friend. I feel like they engage, honestly. They kind of seem like that. She kind of seemed like she knew a bit more about Kazuma, even though they're childhood friends. But still, like, kind of makes me wonder. This is, yes, the bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often... Horse halls? I was gonna say horse hall. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull and to ring a bell to summon servants. Ah, interesting. Really? That sounds almost magical. Sato, you wanna ring it? Let's ring it. I wanna ring it. Let's ring it. Shall we give it a little try? She's like, yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. Even she's like, let's do it. They're both little kids, holy shit. No one came. No one came, sadly. I suppose nobody comes to a lowly Japanese people. Oh, don't even... Chisato, don't think yourself as lowly. And honestly, I think you are more refined and high class by the looks of your dress. Like, you look high class, so don't even. No. I'm sure it's just everyone is busy, that's all. That's all. I don't think you're low class. I don't think she's low class at all. What the fuck? Why did she think that? She looks like she's rich, honestly. Oh well. Alright, what do you have to say, man? Perhaps I should see the Russian crewman, man. Makes of the scene of the crime. I like how I'll give him a different accent than freaking Russian. I just like, excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going, the investigation, I mean. Why would I tell you? Grandmother told me Japanese people do not to make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny, da. It wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. So am I! I think you did it, Yunosuke. I always know. He might have had useful information, though. Have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? He's like, Nyet! Of course not! Now back to the corner of the room to make silent, and make silent! Get out of my face! I say no more to you! I look the other way! You see I said Nyet? But then I said no? I'm not really Russian. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed to be flustered. He knows something! Bro, he actually knows something! He's lying. What the hell is this? Wait, this wasn't here? Was it? Or I'm just blind. What do you think this is? Looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever this thing was, it appears to have been broken clean into two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Natsuki fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. I don't know, maybe he had that taste. Maybe he's a man of culture after all. I think he had that taste, honestly. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? He's like, no, Kazuma's a manly man. He wouldn't have something cute on him. Why not? Why not on his sword? And the mark beside it. Huh. What is it, I wonder? It's some sort of brick-like hue? Yes, you're right. It is the color of the brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Alright. What else do I have to investigate? What the hell? I thought I investigated everything, but apparently not. Alright, we got that guy here. We got the wardrobe. We got the Japanese letters. We got this. What about the ink? Oh, nothing on the ink, I guess. I guess we can't really do anything about it. Oh, the vent, of course. Duh. The vent. Apparently there was an imposter here. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear too, you're right. But its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room. Surely it could be connected onto the outside. I mean, I think it kind of looks like anyone can fit in there too. Maybe the Kriller just came from there, climb up there, put the thing back, and just got out. That's true. Perhaps it's just the rains. Perhaps it's so the rain and spray don't find their way in which the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose maybe that's it. What the fuck? I didn't see him there. Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. When did he appear there? As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be a European. I think he looks so weird. He must be a European. Yeah, he's a European. Oh, how did he? Look how he's just looking like that. You noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? What he is? I was like, what? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances like that. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he is investigating Kazuma's desk. Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. He's saying, oh, I'm just investigating here, don't worry. And then he's actually just playing around instead. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. I just imagining it. Or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? She's like smiling and everything. By the way, I expect that you noticed already, but just in case, if you press X of people, I already know in the crosshairs, like you can converse with them. I already did that. I already showed it. I already explained it. Susato, don't even. All right then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Now, oh my god. My favorite character. Even though Susato's one of my favorites too, but he's my all-time favorite. I love him. But anyways, before I go and talk to him, I just want to say, I know how he sounds like in the cutscenes. I can't mimic that voice. And I'm not a voice actor either. I just like doing my own thing. So I'm just gonna give him my own voice that I gave him when I'm first time playing with him. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. And kind of sounds like Kazuma. I know. Sorry. Can't do a lot of voices. Maybe I should leave him alone. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh shit! Greetings! I hope she got scared. Yes, perhaps. Greetings! I hope I haven't been kept you long. Ooh, this song. What exactly are you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Playing around! I'm just kidding. Ah, I see! Fascinating! Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Well, one of his lenses is X-ray, so... Oh yes! Everything is clear now! The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well that's true at least. But how? How did you know? She's like, I can't believe it, he knew already. I haven't been to Afghanistan, Susato, don't even. How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless Russian revolutionary. What? You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now you travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. What? And when the barebone occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. I think he got it wrong, honestly. Unless Ryunosuke is Russian. Think about it. He kind of does seem like the guy. I don't know. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims into his name? I don't even have one person who fits the bill! So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-san. I wasn't! I'm not Russian! What? And you're plotting a revolution, too. It's shameful behavior, Naruto-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way I... Oh great, I still have the cough, damn it. I thought I got better. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. I like how she believes him. She's like, you don't know. Me and Susato have the same mind right now. We're like, we would believe everything that this guy says. Because just like her, I'm a huge fan. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha ha! Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. It's more of a plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Huh. I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. World over, sorry. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. So, it really is you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same. The inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world, Naruto-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out an entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? If you haven't noticed by now, I know I've said this before too, but actually I can't do that here. I think we can just examine people. Yeah, okay. Kazuma Asugi, a certified lawyer and my best friend, he was on his way to London for a study tour when he was taken from this world. Jujutsu assistant Susato Mikotoba, who was traveling with Kazuma at London for a study tour. She is an epitome of the refined Japanese lady. I believe that. And Sherlock Holmes. There's not a person in the world who hasn't heard of the famous great detective. Not a person, except me apparently. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, some of the names of the characters are references or jokes and funny puns as well. Funny puns as well. Like Sherlock Holmes. If you haven't noticed, they just replace the S to the other side. But yeah, he is referenced to Sherlock Holmes. But I find it funny. Well, not funny. I find it interesting that they have this character as Sherlock Holmes, because his character really doesn't represent like the ones in the books and the shows. But he is my favorite iteration of Sherlock Holmes, honestly, because he's just so goofy. Holy shit. Anyways, then since we're here, might as well talk to him. Because we have nothing to investigate, just might as well. Great detective. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry. What was your name again? You just said it before! What the hell? You have bad memory? Indeed. Indeed. I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You're German, Sherlock. Was it? No. I have no her in my name. I mean, I have hair. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. What? Wait. Please, call me Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. That was Sherlock Holmes. No. I guess I've been mispronouncing it wrong all the time. But I'm not going to correct myself because I'm going to stick with it. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, the Ransom magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I've been pronouncing it wrong. I can't believe I've been pronouncing it wrong. So you're the protagonist of the series of short stories then? Indeed I am! And you've read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I am not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer? Do you? Doesn't everyone? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? Isn't he dead though? I must say, thanks to the publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why? This very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. I believe him! I believe he's doing something like that. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in this purest form. A science? Really? Then an astute observer notices me, the most subtle of reactions in this subject. I like how the difference between both Susato and Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke just doesn't believe anything that he's saying and finds it weird. It's weirded out that how starstruck Susato is. And Susato's like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan the whole time. She's just starstruck. The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows of the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. the ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth! As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can he look at me in the eyes and claim that? So you see, I have turned both the observation and for deduction. And fame! That is what makes me one and only Herlock Sholmes! Hairlock Sholmes. And like even he's like, wait, is it Herlock or Hairlock? Huh, Herlock? Hairlock? I don't know. Kazuma's death. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in this moment? In his moment of cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I see, in other words, you exposed me. You were the one who got me in these handcuffs. How dare you? And I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious of Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their numbers, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruto. How the hell do you know my name? Wait, I didn't introduce myself. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts you say? What's the two facts? Oh no, great, we have more to say. We have more to do, oh well. Yeah, as you see there, every time we get more information, and if we do have some evidence that shows, like, that helps, that they're interested in, they do see, like, oh, I can talk to this. But anyways, oh, there we go. Sorry about that cut. My parents, not my parents, my dad miscalled me for some reason. I thought he was like, he's like, you're in Starbucks, right? I was like, what? No. Oh, sorry, wrong son. Wrong son. I was like, okay. Anyways, back to what was I talking about? All right, Mr. Sholmes tell us, please. Oh, okay, that's what I was. Okay, I just remembered. Later on I'm gonna forget. I cut that part out. But anyways, what I was trying to say is that every time we talk to the character more, they have more information to tell us, and it gets updated. But also, if we have there will be a chance in the future. But if we have like specific evidence that they want to know, that they know a lot about, and you present that to them, they do end up having more information to tell about it and more things to talk about. So, kind of cool. But anyways, what two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand. But what were they? Allow me to elucidate. I don't know what that means. The two facts that I deduced from the mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with the acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think that the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Whatever it says. How do you actually say that? Oh well, I'll Google it later. That is Russian for wardrobe. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Gardamanov, whatever, may be the name of the killer, but certain Robert Carter, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe, there at least. But where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. that I'm Russian too. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is a traditional dress of the Russian people. No, it's not! Our school uniforms are the traditional dress for the Russian people? I had no idea. You go to that school, Susato? I didn't know you go there. And I had no idea that the detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Oh shit, he is dead.